money.
The issue of prohibitive school fees has been a subject of debate on different platforms as the first term of the year kicked off. During an interface with officials of the Ministry of Education and Sports, led by Minister John Moyingo, some MPs questioned what government is doing about this unregulated hike in school fees.
You will need to explain to this committee what you have done on charges of exorbitant fees.
When the minister is answering this question, he should not leave out private schools.
The hot debate degenerated into a war of words between MP Geoffrey Macho and Rakai woman MP Juliet Chinyamatama, who argued that not much can be done to stop the increment in a liberalized economy.
We need to extend proper services to our government schools so that people taking their children to private schools bring them back to government schools than lying to the public that we can regulate.
That now people are seeing the leaders they're electing. The people of Rakai are seeing Honorable Kinyamatama saying they should pay a lot of fees, they should pay as much as they can, and this is very unfair if they're the type of leaders that this should be the one on the microphone. Switch off the microphones, please. What's the order about?
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair. Is it in order for the Honorable Macho to misinform this committee and the world and my voters of Rakai district that I have said that I do not want school fees to be regulated or be reduced? Is it in order?
Good enough, I'm talking for the people of Busia and Uganda at large. The poor families that cannot afford the high fees.
I am saying that government, through right appropriation by members of parliament, we should appropriate more funds to our government schools so that they get to the standard of the private schools.
The minister called for calm since discussions to have a legal framework which will help government regulate school fees are underway.
We have prepared a statutory instrument which will be discussed by all the different stakeholders, including yourselves. When that of course, it will end with the Parliament. Once it becomes it is acceptable, we shall implement it to the letter.
During the meeting, the Education Ministry officials briefed the MPs on the slow implementation of the new competency-based curriculum for the lower secondary students that emphasizes what the learners are expected to do rather than having their main focus on what they are expected to know. They said only 35% of teachers are trained in the curriculum. The officials informed MPs that some schools have not warmed to the new changes.
Many school administrators sent the same teachers for training several times. This created the misconception that many teachers had been trained when the same teachers were trained in some instances. This has made an already ugly situation worse.
The likely event will be that the teachers will just sit down and submit marks which are concocted for the sake of submission. And that will compromise the grading and the kind of students that will be joining the HSC.
The Ministry of Education will return before the committee tomorrow, joined by Finance Ministry officials to answer queries on the status of the education sector. Ali Mivale, NTV.